0.
That's it. Well, I want to show pan out first up. Okay. This is Michael Gervais with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're at 614 Frontera Drive, Frontera Drive, Pacific Palisades, 90272. And this is March 30th, 2021. We're going to begin our sewer inspection. We're going to begin running through the upper clean out closest to the entranceway to the house, the walkway. And this is the walkway to the house. There's two clean outs, so we're going to run through both. I believe one goes back toward the house and one goes toward the street. We're going to zero out our camera monitor right at the clean out area. Can't get it in there. About right there. And you got to pull that back. I can't even get in there. Get the bush right in the way. Okay, we just inserted our camera into the ABS plastic cleanout. It appears that we're running back toward, I think we're running out toward the street. We're going to find out here in just a moment. We transitioned to cast iron pipe and fittings. I believe we are running out toward the street. We'll find out in just a moment. And we'll take a look at the other one. We'll locate this area. It is older cast iron pipe and fittings. We do have some root intrusion. We're going to pause for a moment. We're going to locate and mark this area. When we have root intrusion through cast iron piping, that means it has deteriorated to a point where there is holes in the piping. These are not just in a joint. This is actually through the piping. So we're going to pause for a moment, put our locator on. Okay, we've located this area in the driveway and we marked the area on the brick at approximately 1 foot 8 inches deep. We'll continue to run out.
Hi, you're good. How are you?
20-minute walk.
Nice.
Power walk.
You want to? I think if you stand there, you'll get the best view without too much reflection.
Hey, Michael.
Morning, how are you?
You remember me?
Oh, yeah.
You did my line on Chicago.
Yes, ma'am. I remember. Okay, now we transition to vitreous clay, and we also have some root intrusion in that area. So we're going to pause for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Beautiful dog. Okay, this transition is right at the bottom of the brick driveway, right at the sidewalk. And we marked it at 5 foot 11 inches deep with a red crayon. We're going to continue to push out now. It appears we got a crack in the bottom of that fitting as well. You can see it right in the middle of our screen. There's a crack. It's an older vitreous clay joint. And we also have another root intruded joint. Appears to have a crack. We're going to pause and locate that one as well. Not out that much further. We're probably going to be in the sidewalk area. It's okay. It's okay.
You know,
Okay. Okay.
gotta hold on to it tightly.
Check the
Oh, wait.
box.
Cover up. There we go. It's going through that one. It's not very strong. You've got one thing
Okay.
on the leash. All of a sudden the leash is gone.
We marked this area at approximately 6 foot deep, right in the middle of the sidewalk area. That's another joint. We have root intrusion and a crack right there. Got quite a bit of roots from a tail going downward off of those roots. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint has a minor offset, nothing terrible. No major breaks, no cracks, no root intrusion. Can't tell for sure if that is root intrusion or just concrete slag. It looks to be more like concrete slag, but when we pull back and also when we check it on the laptop, when we blow it up, we'll take a better look. That's at 35 feet. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition as well. That joint looks to be in fair condition, as does that one. Going out toward the city sewer. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of a gap and an offset there, but again, nothing major. Don't have any major root intrusion, no major breaks in that area. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. That joint appears to be in fair condition. Now heading out toward the city sewer. That joint appears to be in fair condition, as does that joint. A little concrete slag in this joint, right before the saddle area. A little bit of a turn. We do have a large offset in this joint. It's kind of hard to see, but at the top, we have to show it on the left-hand side of the screen. You can see the entire face of the pipe, and that is the city sewer saddle area. And that's a major offset. As you can see the entire face of the pipe right there. Kind of hard when you get in a little bit further, you can't see it much. But right here we can see the entire face of the pipe at the top. It shifted from about the 3 o'clock area and all the way around to at least the 11 o'clock area or further. We can't really see that as we're in the turn. Continue into the city, and the remainder of the saddle appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're going to pull back now. We've inspected all these joints. Then we're going to go ahead and run our camera going back up toward the house. Back into the roots. There's quite a bit of roots in that line. Pulling back up. And quite a bit of roots there. Quite a bit of roots there. You can see the roots hanging down. See the roots hanging down there. And then once we make the turn, you see quite a bit more roots in that joint. Quite a bit of roots in that joint as well, which is common in vitreous clay. We have some cracks down at the bottom. There's some cracks in that fitting, and you can see the cracks right in the center of the screen now, going across. It's just typical for older clay. Back now, back into the cast iron. We have root intrusion in the cast iron here, which we marked out in the driveway. Coming back to our clean out, we're going to pull up and out. Now we're back into ABS plastic. We're in the clean out, so we're going to pull up and out and then relocate our camera.
I don't want to look at it. I like them right now. Taste good.
It's okay. in our lower clean out now. We're going to run through here.
Oh, yeah.
Again, there's the driveway area going out. And there's the front entrance way to the house. And here's our ABS plastic clean out. We're going to zero out our camera monitor before we drop in.
They do, but they only
Hold
took
it.
it.
Hold it.
So just to get this
Okay, we're going to zero out our camera monitor. And now we're heading back up toward the house. And now we're back into cast iron. This is older cast iron. Looks pretty rough. Have a lot of buildup, a lot of corrosion. Again, which is very common. The big humps. That's some big humps in some of it here. And that's as far as we can go back because that's in a turn. And that's the clean out cap. We can't make that turn. There's a turn that will go off one way, I believe to the right. We can't make that turn, especially with all the humps in there and everything. We're going to locate this area. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we located this area in the bushes right along the front of the house, on the right front corner of the house, at 3 foot 8 inches deep. And that's as far as we can go. And it's just really rough cast iron. Just corroded, a lot of buildup. Now we're pulling back. Going to pull back to our mainline sewer clean out. And now we're in ABS plastic, a little bit of debris down in there that'll wash right through. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection.